Okay, so remember last week I showed you a blue and white color story. So now we're on to look number 2. Now remember, I am back in the IBB warehouse. We have 40,000 square feet of shopping. I'm starting with the same sofa and the same chair, and now we're gonna go on to look number 2. So for all of you that weren't into the blue and white vibe, it's time for something new. Okay, so look number 2 has officially been IBB'ed, instant, basic to beautiful. So now remember, we started with a very basic neutral sofa and a neutral chair. And for this look, I added in accents of green. So let me point out a couple of the ways that we did that. So the obvious thing is obviously on the sofa, we have the pop of the green and the velvet pillows. But I also brought it in some natural elements. You'll see here on our Ebby arrangement for my collection with Botanical Mix, you see the green moss. This is preserved, so it's never gonna brown or dry out, and our orchids are 3D printed. So this brought life into the room. So I love layering those pieces in to really take it up a notch. And so you'll also see on the end table, we did a small succulent arrangement that also has the green moss, and then it layered in a different shade of green with a little piece of malachite inside the arrangement. Now talking about hues and levels of shades of green, so you'll see on the chair, we have a stronger, almost emerald, and it's a patterned pillow, and I layered it with a throw that's a plaid that has various shades of green and black and the neutrals that we've got going throughout the room. So it's okay to do that. It's pattern on pattern, it's various shades and hues of green, but if you look at the room as a whole, they really play very nicely together, and it's more of a collected story than being super matchy-matchy. So let's talk about a couple of the other elements of the room. So I love this cocktail table. A glass cocktail table is always a great look if you want to show off the rug underneath. So this is a very basic neutral rug that has a really cool sort of abstract pattern to it, and I love the idea of seeing that through the glass on the cocktail table. So talking about some textures that we layered in, the end table over here is this nesting table. It's in a black cerused wood, so we brought in some contrast with a darker color up against the upholstery, which gives you another layer of definition to where pieces sort of stand on their own, but again, when you look at the room as a whole, they all play very nicely together. So the metal elements in the room are mostly brass. We do have some acrylic and some other touches, but again, we've kind of stuck with those warmer tones of the brass in the space. So as you can see, accessories really make all the difference in the world. We had one look, now we've got look 2, totally different color palette, totally different feel aesthetically, and guess what? You can actually swipe up to shop.